Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and I'm really excited. Today we are at Heritage Auctions headquarters in Dallas, Texas. I've been really enjoying the internship there and seeing a lot of coins, and it's after hours. We're going to be going through just a random box of coins and trying to grade these. So grading is always one of my weaknesses, and that's why I figure, not a lot of people get to see that many coins in person, and this hopefully will be a good exercise on how to do that. To be totally honest, I started filming the video, then my camera ran out of storage, so I already know the grades on these two. I graded this one 1 point low, and I got this one right, which is awesome, because normally I'm way off, but I'm excited to show you the coins a little bit at a time. I'll make commentary on them if I know a lot about them, but I have to say, with this stuff, check that out. It's some really cool coins, and I don't deal with this stuff too often, so I probably won't have the best commentary. But without further ado, let's get in and look at this coin. It is a quarter eagle, 1861, I want to say, is the date. And my commentary on it initially was that I thought that it was really clean. I thought that there was maybe a little bit of, not hits, but like tiny bit of chatter. I don't think it's rub, but there's also a lot of terms that I probably shouldn't be using, or like being an authority here. I'm a collector, love the dealing side too, but this is not the type of stuff that I deal in on a daily basis. So I'm just trying to give you a good look at the coin. I originally graded it mint state 64, but I think the cheek is super clean. Same with the area in front of it, and NGC has this in a 65 holder. So really nice and certainly quite valuable. And getting this grade right was something I was quite proud of, because it's from 1839. It's a $2.50 coin as well. It's got the O mint mark, and my initial comments were that with gold, especially worn gold, I feel like the grades can be all over the place, and I tend to think that, an AU58 coin looks like it's an AU50, but then I'm also generally too harsh when it's below XF. And I thought that this coin was about in the range of, because there's not a ton of luster left, but still a lot of detail, and not like super, super flat all over the coin. I called it an XF45, and that's the same grade that PCGS had called it. But now we get to go do some actual grading where I don't know it, and I feel like that adds a little bit of suspense. And the fact that, like on the last video that I did, I was pretty good, but I also called an AU58 coin mint state 64. So, yeah, I said probably I shouldn't buy any raw Walking Liberty $50, but on this one, Booker T. Washington, $50. I think that this one looks like, let's see, 1948. They ran for a lot of years. I want to say it was like 46 to 52 or something like that. But 1948, there's often a little bit of like this planchet. That's not like a bunch of wear and hits, I don't think, outside of maybe like a little bit on his cheek. But I probably, really blast white coin. Originally, I was going to say 66, but I think it's a mint state 67. Just really high-end coin. And I don't know if it's conditionally rare, or like there's, PDS, there's like 15 or 18 different types, or maybe more, Booker T. Washingtons. And this one is going to be 67 plus. Wow. So I didn't realize that, that's the high end. CAC doesn't opine on whether it's a plus or not, just the 67 grade, but pretty happy with that. If I miss a plus, I feel like I get that right. So been doing well so far today. And a really gorgeous coin, and yeah, we're not really seeing anything in the way of super distracting marks. So fun coin. I wonder if it would be a contender for an 8 even. Then we have this large, probably Draped bust, and I've only handled like a few of these, but off the bat, it has a lot of luster on it, which means that it's probably going to be, again, I'm so bad at, almost positive that we're seeing wear, in the breast and sort of all through the hair, but and it's got a CAC, a green bean, definitely beyond the XF range in my opinion, but I just have no idea what I'm looking at when I'm grading this. I'm thinking like AU53. Let's see, but I'm not really sure, and I don't know exactly how I'm arriving at that grade outside of that. It doesn't look mint state. It looks like it's not like a 50. It's not like barely not mint state. So I'd probably call this, but I haven't I don't know that I've even seen what a mint state dollar would look like. So I would call this 53 with the CAC, especially, and AU 58. So even a little nicer. Maybe it's both of our first times, me and you, the viewer, seeing an AU 55, Draped bust dollar, and I'm gonna try to make a mental note, and the next one I look at, hopefully I can get a little bit closer to it. This next one is going to be some early gold from the United States of America, 1804. And wow, this one to me also looks like it's got some wear on it, but it's nice. Like, I don't know, I don't think that this would be a details coin, even though it has what looks like a little bit of a scratch or like something distracting going on, some marks. This is the type of coin that I would love to own. I think, like, I try not to talk about investing in coins, but like nice IPL, very rare, any of the really early gold I think is cool, but people are already paying big premiums for it. But I would probably call this like, and again, I'm so bad at grading stuff in the, where there's a little bit of wear. I would probably call this like an AU 58, just because it looks really, really nice to me, but for all I know, it's way lower. And it's going to be AU 55, so I feel, one grade off. I always feel like, it used to be on these videos, I would come in and still happens, but be like 4 points off or something like that, and I feel like I've been getting a little bit better. I assume it's because of the mark all through the face, but maybe the rest of it would be a candidate for 58, and the gorgeous, back looks really, really nice. And here, this one's like already like a bit of a trap for me because, I assume that this has wear, but maybe this is just what the planchets really look like when they're struck. I would say either like Mint State 62 or AU 58, and I feel like it's got a little bit of wear, but I could be very wrong. And I wonder if that's like a die clash or like what's going on right above. If you can look closely at the 1803, there's like a little bit of something above it, or maybe that's just a funny shaped scratch or mark. But yeah, I'm going to go final grade AU 58 with the reservation that I have no idea what I'm looking at. Mint State 61. Okay, so I was off. I thought there's wear, there wasn't, but really, really cool coin. So fun to be able to see it. And yeah, it was mentioned the 3/2. That's a pretty obvious over 2. The dies, instead of making a whole new one, they would just punch the 3/2, keep using it. Maybe the die was pretty fresh still, but fascinating coin, so fun to see. After that, this looks like a proof 2-cent piece. This is going to be another one where I am way out of, in the deep end, not really knowing what I'm looking at. 1871. I would think that this is like a red coin. Maybe it's red-brown, though. I just haven't seen enough of these. Looks great except for that little spot there on the left. And I would have to guess that this would be like a, I don't know, 65 red-brown. Maybe it's red. But I think it's red-brown. It just like doesn't have like the super fresh copper look to it. But again, this is the first proof 2-cent piece I've seen in person. So 65 red-brown is my grade, and it's gonna be 66 red. So really cool. I mean, the rest of the coin is so clean, and it's just got that one little spot. I probably should have known better than to call it 5, because with the proofs, proofs often are going to grade way higher, and I'm happy that I did identify it as a proof. I could see myself thinking that it wasn't, but it just had the right look to it, especially when it's under the light like that. So our last coin of today is going to be what looks to me very much full bands Mercury dime. Only thing is a little bit right down there, but I think it's looking worse in the camera than it does, when you tilt it at that angle. Really nice. I think the back, to me, again, my beginner eye, looks like a 6 or a 7. The front looks so nice. 1917. Maybe a tiny thing in the back of the neck. Now, with a 1917 coin, this could really be a much lower grade. I'm thinking like 67 full bands. And that's exactly what it is. Awesome. Sweet. Well, I did a lot better on the grading this time than the previous video. So, very happy about that. I was going to say, I don't think that it's, sometimes on the older stuff, like, this could be very rare, very valuable coin. I'm not sure really what the value of something like this is, but I can only imagine a 7 full bands coin being very nice. So, awesome. I feel like this is like one of the best grading videos I've done. And now I get to release a product that makes me look half good at grading, unlike the last video that I filmed maybe 15 minutes ago, even though they're coming like 2 or 3 weeks spread apart. But some really valuable coins here. So thankful to Heritage for letting me bring this to you, and I've been so impressed with all of my coworkers and bosses and people that have made the internship experience as fun as it has been. So looking forward to bringing that some knowledge and perspective to the channel in the days, weeks, and months to come. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to Treasure Town, and get in touch with me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, check out my website, treasuretowncoins.com, for news and updates related to the channel and collectibles in general. Lastly, there's a link tree in the description with links to all of my other sites, as well as some affiliate links that can support the channel. But with that being said, have a great day, and I'll hope to see you on some of my videos in the future.